All right, so today's class is all about your Keller Williams website and app. And this class is pretty packed with a lot of information that I think you're going to find very, very helpful. And this class is going to be recorded. So if you've missed something along the way, it's okay. We'll send out a recording after and you'll be able to kind of go through it at your own pace. So we're going to be going through a few different things today. We're going to talk about how to create different types of web pages, right? A client testimonials page, a homekeeper blog page, a landing page for a listing, even a landing page for an open house sign-in, if you want to do that virtually instead of pen and paper. We'll talk about how to do featured listings on your website, as well as some of the KW app features as well. So before you're able to actually do any of this, you need to set up your marketing profile, okay? We must set up the website first. Oh, this is something else. So the marketing profile is the first step that comes in this whole process, and it's not something I'm going to go through here because this is a 300 level class, and I would say this is definitely one of the more advanced ones that I teach. So just know that you need to complete your marketing profile before you do anything that we're talking about here today. And if you have questions about that, feel free to reach out to me another time. We can go through that then. But for today, just know that that is the first step that is required, okay? So the website is really what we're going to be talking most about here today. And we're going to talk about how to create a new page, and we're going to talk about how you can incorporate featured listings onto your website. So in terms of creating a new page, there are really two options in creating a web page through command for your KW website. You can either create a page that is on your agent's site, like one of the menu options, it'll enable you to go to a page on your website, or you can create a standalone web page, right? So whenever you create a web page that you're going to add to your agent's site, it always consists of these two steps. You're first going to create the page, and then you're going to add the page. And this will make a lot more sense once I go through some examples here. Just know that by creating a page, it's not going to be added to your website. You have to manually add the page that you create to your website in order for it to work correctly, right? So we're going to go through two different examples of web pages that we're going to create that are going to be built into our agent site, all right? So first we'll talk about the client testimonials page, and then we'll talk about the homekeeper blog page. So client testimonials page, okay. So first, the step is to create the page where clients can actually leave testimonials for you. So we're gonna go open command, and the first step is to click the consumer button here on the bottom left. And then you're going to click create a new site in the top right. Now here, again, you have these two options, on my agent site or as a standalone web page. And I'm just going to go to my website real quick to show you the difference between these two. For my website, oops, this is the wrong one. This one. If I add a web page on my agent site, it's going to show up right here. It's going to be one of the options on my site. Whereas if I create a standalone web page, there's no way for the person to navigate to that page on the site. Okay, so that's really the difference between the two. So again, for us, we're creating something on my agent site. So let's go ahead and select that option. On my agent site, create page. Okay. So first step, we can name it as Review Us. Okay, so Review Us. Then we're going to add a testimonial capture form. So we have all these widgets, they're called, on the right that we can drag over and add to this blank canvas of the web page that we're creating. So again, we want to add a testimonial capture form. So that's right here. So I'm just going to click it and drag it over, and then it drops it. Okay. Then we're going to click Configure Widgets. So I'll click Configure Widgets here. And this is going to give us a list of all of the widgets that we've added, and we can select which one we want to configure. So I just click that widget here, and now I'm able to configure the widget. So I'm just going to change the team name and headline. All right, so team name, Royals Realtors. I'm not going to leave it as that. I'll just put Dan Turkel Realty. And headline, I'll put, leave us a review. Okay. And then click Save Changes. Save and apply first. And then we'll click Save Changes. Would you like to publish this as an agent site? This will make it visible to others. Yes. Okay, your landing page was created. So that's the first step. We're creating the page where clients can leave testimonials, and we just added that one widget to it. The second step is to add the page where clients can leave testimonials. So in order to add the page we just created, we're going to open the consumer applet and click Site and App Settings. So open the consumer applet, and then we're going to click Site and App Settings up here in the top right. And then we're going to click Site Pages, and then we're going to click Add Page. So we're going to click Site Pages, which is right here on the right. And then we're going to click Add Page down here in the lower left. Okay. Now we're going to find the one that I just created, June 11th, Review Us. Okay. So choose page you created in step 1. That's what I'm doing here. I'm choosing this page we just created in the first step. I'm going to click Continue. Page title, we can put Review the Team. Review the Team. Then for URL slug, we'll put Review Us. This is what shows up in the actual URL. So for me, it would be dtrealty.kw.com/reviewus. SEO description, I'll put, please take a moment to leave a review for our team. I'm going to put a number after this because I already did this before. So Review Us 1, it has to be a unique URL slug. And then I'll click Save Page Changes right here on the bottom left. Okay, settings were updated successfully. So now that I did these 2 steps, right? I first created the page, then I added the page. Now it's going to be on the website. So there should be, yep, Review the Team here. And you see it up here too because I did this before. So Review the Team, if you click that, here's the form that we just created with that custom widget. So that is the second step of this process. The third step is to add an actual testimonial, okay? So you're gonna navigate to the testimonials webpage in your site, and then you can add a real testimonial that you received. So, you know, you'd be pulling this from maybe Facebook, Google, email, somewhere. I'd like to think you'll, you know, have some kind of review that you'll be able to put on your webpage here. So for me, I'm just going to put test 123 Main Street, Springfield, Missouri. Client since 1990, 5 stars, of course, and I'll put great experience. And would you recommend? Yes, I would. Preview the testimonial, submit. Okay, thank you. Your info has been submitted. So I just submitted, let's pretend that was a real review. I just submitted it to the website. But the question comes, where can folks see that, right? This is just like the input for these reviews. How can people actually see these reviews that are being submitted? Well, that has to have another page created. So we have another create and add here. We're going to create the page where clients can view the testimonials, and then we're going to add the page where clients can view testimonials. So it's very similar to the first 2 steps here. So first we're going to create this page where clients can view the testimonials. So let's go back to our consumer app. We'll click create a new site. Again, it's going to be on my agent site, and I'm going to click create page. Then I'm going to name it as client testimonials. Client testimonials. Then I'm going to add a testimonials carousel or testimonials list, right? So there's two ways in which you can show folks all of your testimonials. You can have it be a list where it goes one over the other like this, or you can have it be a carousel where they kind of rotate. I personally prefer the list. I feel like it looks better. So I'm going to go with testimonials list here. Then I'm going to add another widget. I'm going to add a contact us form at the bottom. Okay, so let's scroll down and contact form. I'm going to click drag, and it might be hard to see, but there's a little green line that shows up to show you where it's going to go. So there's a green line on the very bottom right now. So I'm going to drop, and there it is. Contact us widget just dropped right in there. And all of my info populates here because I already completed the marketing profile, which was that first step that I initially spoke about when we began this presentation. It's really important to do that first, because if you don't, your information is not going to appear here. So for me, that info looks good. Then I'm going to click configure the widgets. So I'll click configure, and we have two widgets for this one, right? We have the testimonials list as well as the contact widget, okay? So for the headline, I'm going to change it to be from our clients for the testimonials widget, from our clients. Then I'm going to change the intro text to say this. You can read that. The best compliment we can get is a review and a referral from our clients. Please take a moment to share your experience. Then we can select which testimonial we want to use. So I have one here from a previous class I taught, but this is the one that I just created a couple minutes ago. Remember, test, put great experience. So I'm selecting this testimonial as the one that I want to show. Then for client details, you can also select which of these details you want to have show up in that page. So this all looks good to me. So I'm going to click save and apply. So that's what it'll look like. Great experience. So this would be like Dan T from Springfield, Missouri. It would actually say the name, of course. Then you click save and apply, which I just did, save and apply, and then you click save changes. Yes. So right now, this page is kind of in limbo, right? We created it, but now we need to actually add it to the website. So that's the fifth and final step. Add the page where clients can view the testimonials. So like before, we're going to open the consumer applet. So click over here. These are called applets. So I'm going to click the consumer applet. I'm going to click Site and App Settings up here on the top right. And then like before, I'm going to click Site Pages. And then like before, I'm going to click Add Page. And like before, I'm going to select the page that I just created called Client Testimonials, and I'm going to add this one. So now like before, we need a title. So I'm going to name it Client Testimonials. I'm going to put the URL slug to be testimonials. And again, this is just what shows up in the URL itself, testimonials. And then the SEO description, I'll put as hear from our clients on what their experience was working with our team, and then click Save Page Changes. Once I do that, it'll show up on the main website. So I'll click refresh from my website. I'll go here, click Client Testimonials, and there it is. There's the one that I just entered, and this is the live website. So that's pretty much all there is to creating this feature on your website. Again, some key points: you're creating it on your website. It's not a standalone page. And you're creating really two web pages. One is to add testimonials and one is to view testimonials. So that is how to use a client testimonials page on your website. The next one I want to go through here is the Homekeeper blog page. And this is a pretty cool feature that we're able to really take advantage of here. So there's just two steps for this one. You're going to create the page where leads can see the blog, and then you're going to add the page where leads can see the blog. So let's go ahead and create it. So I'm going to click the consumer applet. Hopefully this is becoming familiar now. I'm going to click create a new site. It's going to be on my agent site, not a standalone page. I'm going to click create page. I'm going to name it as blog. I'm going to, okay, so this one is a little unique, all right? This one, we're going to first click under content blocks on the bottom right. So you see here, we're not going to use a widget for this. We're going to click content blocks here on the very bottom. And then we're going to add text, all right? Not text section. There's text here and text section. We don't want to add text section. We want to add the text one. So I'm going to click it, drag, drop, insert your text here. Then I'm going to click configure widgets and I'll click contact. Oops. What's going on here? Why is that? Oh, we have to first add a contact form below the text block. I missed that. So we'll go back to widgets. We'll do contact form and we will add it at the bottom. So now we've got a contact us widget on this web page as well. I'm going to skip that step by accident. Now we'll click configure widgets. Then we'll click contact. And now we're going to go to our Homekeeper account website and click my widgets. So I'm going to go to Homekeeper. You can just Google Homekeeper and click the link to the web page. It'll look like this. You can sign in as a realtor and you're going to have to put your information in here. And then we're going to click over here where it says My Widgets, okay? Click Configure Widgets, actually. Oops. So we're going to click Embed a Widget is actually what we want to click here, Embed a Widget. Okay. Then we're going to click My Blog Widget and copy the code under My Blog Widget iframe. So My Blog Widget is right here. And then under My Blog Widget iframe, we're going to want to copy this code in this box. So you can just click this red button and that'll copy this code right here. And then we're going to go back into command and paste this code that we got from the Homekeeper website into the text block. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to delete that out, insert your text here, and then I'm going to paste that in. Once you paste it, you're going to want to click on it 3 times and it'll load the blog. So watch this. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. There it is. Now you've got this whole blog on the web page, and then on the bottom of that you have a nice contact us form right there. So those are the steps you need to do to create the web page. So I'm going to click save and apply just like before, and then I'll click save changes. Yes, I want it to be viewable by others. So it was created. Now we're going to add the page where leads can actually see the blog. So hopefully you already know what I'm going to do at this point. I'm going to open the consumer applet again. I'm going to open the consumer applet. I'm going to click Site and App Settings. I'm going to click Site Pages. I'm going to click Add Page. I'm going to choose the blog one that I just created. Click Continue. I'm going to change the page title to be Blog. I'm going to change the slug to be Blog. And I'll just put a number 1 here since I can't have the same URL slug. I already have one that says Blog. SEO description, we can just leave it blank, and then we'll click Save Page Changes. And now when we go to our website, we click Refresh, at the bottom of our menu, it's going to show up there, Blog. And here it is. Look at that. All ready for folks to see it. So these blog posts are going to be added every week to your web page now as they're published. And all of the blog posts will be branded to you. So I think this is a really cool thing that we're able to take advantage of. Look at this. June 11th. So this one was literally posted today. If I click on this one, it's going to show up with that Dan Turkel. It's got my number there. It's got, look, it makes it kind of look like I created this. And trust me, I did not create this, but it looks like I did, which is pretty cool. So this is a great feature that I definitely encourage you to consider using on your own website. So those are the 2 examples I wanted to run through of the type of web pages you might want to create on your agent website. So now let's consider a standalone page. Let's consider a couple of these. So a standalone page, you might want to create a landing page for a listing, right? That you just want it to be standalone. You don't need to navigate to that on your website. It's just kind of a one-off thing. Or maybe you want to create a landing page for an open house. These are 2 pretty solid examples of reasons for why you might want to create a standalone page. So let's go through this first one here, landing page for listings. So first, let's go ahead and click the consumer applet. It will take us to the right page here. We'll click Create a New Site. Now we're going to click As a Standalone Page, and we click Create Page. Okay. Now we're going to drag a bunch of different widgets over. And the widgets change when you're creating a standalone page. You have different options than if you were to create a page on your agent site. So first, I'm going to drag over a listing. Drag listing over. Look at that, not a bad property. So that's what this widget looks like. Then I'm going to drag over a market snapshot, market snap. So I'm going to click, drag. I'll see the green line at the very bottom. Drop it. And now we got the market snapshot there. Then video. I'm going to click and drag and drop. Put it right there. Placeholder for a nice video. Your local expert. I'm going to drag that one over. Your local expert. Perfect. Download my app. I'll throw that widget in there as well. Download my app. Got it right there. And then we'll put the lead form in the very bottom. Look at that. Everything fits together pretty nicely. Now we're going to click Configure Widgets on the bottom right and go through them one by one. So we'll click Configure Widgets. So we have a bunch of different widgets here. We have 6. So I'm first going to click on Listing. Then we'll click Browse Listings. Let's say that we want to use 123 Main Street. I don't know. Let's see what comes up for that. Sure. Let's use this one. Okay. So we've selected that one. And now we'll click Save and Apply. And all the information is going to come in for that particular listing. Whoa, looks a little funky there. That may have been a bad listing to choose. Let me see if we can find one here in Springfield, Missouri. Let's try this one. can choose a header image. So we'll just go with the first one, save and apply. Okay, that is more of what it's supposed to look like. I'm not sure why that other one didn't work. I guess it was a glitch. Okay. So again, we're going to go through each of these widgets one by one. So I'll click save and apply. Now I could go back and click the next widget, or I could just click this little arrow here in the top right and go to widget number 2 of 6, and it'll drop down here. So we can change the header text here if we want. We can change the zip code. So I'll just put something that I know is, I don't know, this is just an example. So I'll choose that zip code, that neighborhood, and it'll change it to show information about that area right here. Then we'll go to the next widget, video. So we could name it something like maybe property walkthrough. And then we can put the URL in of a video. So let's say you did a virtual walkthrough of a property, really nice virtual walkthrough. You put it on YouTube, you have the link to that YouTube video. You would just paste the YouTube video link right here, and then that's going to show up with the YouTube video. So let's say YouTube property walkthrough. Let's just come up with an example here. Sure, let's use this one. So let's say this is yours. I'll paste it in there, click save and apply. And now we're going to have that property walkthrough video embedded right here. And they would be able to click play on that web page and they'll be all set to watch it. Next widget, you can change things around on this if you want. I don't see any reason to change anything for this. So I'm going to click save and apply. Oh, you need a role. I'll put a realtor. And this looks like it's too long, so I'm going to delete all that and click save and apply. And now this widget is set, and then I'll go to widget 5 of 6. This one looks set to me. I don't think I need to change anything for that. 6 of 6 is this lead form, which looks like it's good to go. I don't think I want to change anything on that either. I'll just keep it as interested, let's talk. Click save and apply. Okay. And now I want to show you that these 3 buttons up here enable you to preview what this would look like on a computer, which is what we've had it set as, or if you click this middle one on the top left, you can see what it looks like on a tablet, or the smaller one over here, you can see what it looks like on a mobile device, so it gets even thinner. So this is what it would look like on someone's phone. Okay. All right. Then you would just click save landing page. Yes, save it. And then you've got that landing page created. Yep. You can click on it. This is a previous one that I did. And then you've got that live link and you can go ahead and share it out with folks. So that is how to create a landing page for listings. Now let's go through how to create a landing page for an open house sign-in sheet. Let's say you don't want to have the pen and paper out. Let's say you want to have maybe a tablet out, like a nice tablet stand. You direct folks towards it when they come into the house. Well, this is how you build that out. So as before, you're going to click consumer. Then you're going to create a new site as a standalone page, create page. Then you're going to drag these widgets over. So first I'm going to do a branded header. Then I'm going to do a lead form. Then I'm going to do a listing. Then I'm going to do a market snap. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to click configure widgets on the bottom right and go through them one by one. And we can ensure that they all have a green check on the right side of them. So when I click configure, looks like these 2 have green checks, which means they're set but we still probably want to edit them. But the ones that don't have green checks, we haven't really touched at all. We probably want to consider editing it. So there's no header text for this one, and that's a required field. So that's why it wasn't showing up with a green check mark, because we have to enter header text into this widget. So for the branded header, for the header text, I'm going to do welcome to, and then whatever the address is. So I'll do welcome to 123 Main Street. Notice there's only 30 characters allowed for this, and I just got it under 26 characters to say welcome to 123 Main Street. Okay, then for the lead form header text, save and apply that. We'll go to the lead form header text, the second widget on this page. I'm going to say, please sign in, thank you. Okay, save and apply. So now it's starting to take shape, right? So they're going to see this at the top. Welcome to 123 Main Street. Please sign in. Thank you. Then they're going to be able to enter their first and last name, their email, their phone number, can leave a note. And then for listing, the third widget, we're going to browse listings. And again, just like before, we can just select whichever, let's say we had one in Springfield, Missouri. Okay, this is the one. So click select, save and apply, and then it's going to pull all of the information for that particular property right here. And then we'll be able to read about it. And then we can change the neighborhood snap as well. Just obviously want to change it to be the right zip code. So what was the zip code for this one? 65803. So I want to change that to line up with the listing, 65803. Select the neighborhood. So I don't know, obviously this is just an example, but let's say it's Fulbright Springs, save and apply. And now it's all set. So let's say I had this on a tablet, right? I'll click this middle one in the top left to show what it'll look like. So I can just see it right now, right? Someone walks in the front door, you have a nice stand with a tablet set up on the top of it, and it looks just like this. Welcome to 123 Main Street. Got my info right there. Please sign in, thank you. They enter it in here. When they enter it in here, that contact will go directly into command, and they will show up as one of the new contacts in your contacts applet. Then if they wanted to, they can scroll down, learn a little bit more about the property, some of the details here, got a nice map. Then we've got the neighborhood snapshot here. And that's what it would look like. And then we can click publish page. Yes. And there it is. Here's the one I just created. And then I would just save this link, open it on a tablet, and set it up for the open house. Now you might see this NA. Some neighborhoods don't have information. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do about that. Hopefully as time goes on, the Keller Williams system will be able to get better with this and have more information for these neighborhoods, but it looks like the one I just used as an example does not have any information here. Okay, so that is how you create an open house sign-in sheet landing page. Okay, so now I want to talk about featured listings. Okay, so this was a big thing that a lot of people were asking for that recently came out. And basically when you're on your website, let me get rid of some of these things. When you're on your website, people really wanted the ability to have featured listings. They wanted like an option to be able to see, to give clients an opportunity to see what their featured listings were on their website. And now we can do that. So in order to do that, you need to go through the Kelly guide when first setting up featured listings for the first time, okay? And once you set it up in Kelly guide, you're able to edit which featured listings you want to have featured by doing these steps right here. So just know that you have to do that Kelly guide first. And if I click the home applet here, you're going to see this. Follow this guide, explore Kelly guide. You need to click that and click get started, next. And then this step right here is going to show it to you, featured listings. I'm going to click that, and then I can toggle it on, show featured listings. And then I can select which listings I actually want to have be featured on my website. So that's the way you have to do it the first time around. You have to go through this Kelly guide. And then once you select which listings you want to have featured, then you click save and continue, and you complete the whole Kelly guide. Okay. So once you've done that, then you're able to, where is it? Oops. Then you're able to go back into the consumer applet, go back over here. Now we're not going to click site pages this time. We're going to click featured listings. And now you'll see the two that I selected just as an example. So these are the two that are going to show up as featured listings on my website. Something to note here, they're going to stay there. So even if you sell this featured listing, you're going to need to remember to log back in and delete it off of your featured listings so that people don't still see this property coming up as one of your featured ones. So just a note to make there. Now, another note to make is that you're going to think, hey, where is it? Where are the featured listings? I don't see it on the website. You need to have the client log in order to actually see that part of it. So I'm going to log in with my fake account here. Oh, let's see if I remember the password. Nice. So now I just logged into my own website as a fake lead, so to speak. So now when you click saved here, you have this option because you've had the client log in. Then under collections, you can see featured listings. And now there it is. Here's the featured listing that I had. So pretty cool feature that came out not too long ago. Again, you have to have the person log in order to be able to see these collections, this featured listing that I put together here. And it's you know, a cool feature. Here they are. Oh no, this is a different collection that I created a different time. These are the featured listings. I just have this one here in Canada. It looks like, obviously, just an example. Okay, so those are the featured listings. Now, for your app, there's some pretty cool features in the app that just came out not too long ago. So I first want to show you how we're actually able to have clients schedule video tours with us. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a special website that enables me to share what is on the screen of my phone with you. So let me set this up real quick. Give me a sec. Okay. All right, just takes a second to sync up. And we are live with my screen. Should show up here. What's going on? It's not showing up. It should show up. I'm going to try it again. Hold on one sec. Bear with me here. Huh. Why is that not working? All right, I'm going to just try it one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll just move on and I'll describe to you what you would see on the phone. Sorry about that.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I'm not sure What's going on here?
Why doesn't it work? Oh, it's not working. It's not doing
Yeah, I
what
did the
it's supposed to
same
do.
thing before and it worked. I do not know. I can only guess that it's doing this because I'm using the hotspot on my phone to broadcast all of this. I do not know why it's not showing up here. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to do this without being able. Yeah, it looks like some kind of error happened. WebSocket error. Weird. Okay, well, just maybe we can do it on the website. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's basically going to look the same as we have it on our website here. It's going to basically look the same on the app. Okay, you're still going to have these options on the app. I was just going to show you what it would look like on my phone, but same thing here on the website. So when you click schedule video tour, or when a lead clicks schedule video tour, this is what it's going to look like. They're going to be able to choose what their availability is. They can choose up to 3 different time frames. They can choose it. So let's say I wanted to schedule a video tour. I know I'm available June 11th in the afternoon. I'm available Tuesday the 16th in the evening, and I'm available the 12th in the morning. What type of tour are you interested in? Click live video, and I want to do it through FaceTime. They can add a note if they want. Looking forward to it. And then click request tour. Your request has been submitted. Dan will get in touch with you to confirm. Okay, so they can either do this through your website or your app, which looks identical to what we're seeing here on the website. So now we can go back into command, and when we load it, we're going to see a little red dot over the bell. And that means that we have a new notification. Video tour requested from my fake lead here, Danny Turkelly. So I'm going to click that. And here it is, right on the timeline of that contact record. Contact requested a video tour. They requested a tour for this property. View request. So look, it shows you the timelines they selected, or the time frames, how they want to do the walkthrough, and what their note was. And then you can click view listing, and it'll bring you right to that property. So this is a pretty cool feature, especially with COVID going on. It's a nice way to have folks be able to schedule video walkthroughs with you. Okay. Saved searches. Okay. So let's go over here where it says saved searches on a contact record. You can click that. And when you create a saved search, it'll actually show up in their app under the saved area, as well as on their website when they log in. It'll show up under the saved area. So let's create a saved search. So let's say we want to look for this neighborhood in Tennessee, right? And the price, we want to go up to 200,000. You know, let's say we changed a few of these things around as well. We click create. Here it is. So it'll show up again under their saved section. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Do I have one of these logged in here? Yep. So this person's already logged into the website. So when I go to saved here, here it is, test 2. That's the one I just created, and it's a saved search for them. So when they click that, it's going to show any properties that meet that criteria. So it looks like for this particular search, there are no homes that are for sale under 200,000 in this neighborhood, which looks pretty small, so it's not surprising. Okay. It's also going to send them emails when new properties hit the market that meet that criteria. So it's a pretty cool feature that I do encourage you to take advantage of. Now you can get fancy and create much more sophisticated searches that are saved and synced up with the consumer through the MLS. But this is just a nice, easy way to create a search for someone that they can navigate to on your website. Okay. Another really cool feature of the app is that we're able to customize our buyer and seller guides. And in order to do that, we just click Consumer here on the bottom left, and then we click Guide Builder. And on the bottom of the KW app, there's a menu button. There's a few menu buttons. There's one to search for new properties. There's one to look at your saved searches. And then there's one right in the middle that says Guides. And when they click the guide button, it's going to give them an option to see your buying guide or your selling guide. And this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the app. I don't think any other app has this. And you are able to guide someone through the whole process of buying or selling a home. And it comes with this generic template first, but I strongly encourage you to customize these steps and make it your own, right? Maybe make it line up with what you go over in your buyer consultation and have them download your app and walk them through this buyer consultation, maybe right there on their phone, and have maybe pictures of you for these steps. Maybe hire a professional photographer to come in and maybe take some photos of you at like an open house or something with some people that are okay having their photo taken, have it be nice and professional, and put these photos maybe with your logo or with you in here, and you can really get down and edit this. You can change the photo, the title of the card, they're called. Each of these are cards. You can change the title of it. The subtitle is what you see before you click on it, this text here. And then when you do click on it, it'll show all of this other text. And it's pretty decent what they already have for us here, but I do encourage you to customize this, get in here and really make it your own, so that when you are working with clients, if they forget maybe what happens next, it's like, okay, well, we just got the inspection done. Do I have to reach out to the agent or what really happens now? Oh, well, that's right. They mentioned that we have that guide in the app. Let's check there. And then ideally in your guide, you clearly illustrate that, oh, okay, I'm going to have a conversation about that inspection report with the agent. And then once we get on the same page about what repairs we want to have the seller make, we're going to submit an inspection notice. Oh, that's right. We went over that in the buyer consultation. And it's all going to be right here. So they don't have to call you and feel like they're nagging you and asking questions. Your whole business, the whole timeline, every step is mapped out in your own unique way in this guide. So I think it's a really great feature that I do encourage you to make use out of. Okay. And another thing I wanted to mention about your app is that when people are logged into your app and they're using it and they're looking at properties, you're actually able to see what properties your client is looking at on the timeline of that contact record. So let's go back to my fake contact record here. 40 Olive Crescent, look at that. You can see they just viewed this at 1:50 p.m. So just a few minutes ago, I can see what this person was looking at on either my website or on the app. Contact viewed this collection of properties that they created. You can see other properties. Oh, they requested a video tour for this one. Oh, they viewed this featured listing. Oh, they viewed these properties. So you're able to kind of like see what they're doing and you see how engaged they are with your app, so that you can kind of build conversation out of that and be like, oh, have you been on the app? Have you seen any properties you liked? I think you may have, checked out one or two more than the others. What'd you think about that one? It kind of just helps you really be on the same page as them. So those are the things that I really wanted to walk through with you guys here today. Hopefully that was helpful. I think there's a lot that you can really get out of with the website and the app. And yeah, I'd be happy to really go over any questions at this point. We have a few minutes left here. So any questions?
I don't have any at the moment.
I'm going to just have to review this whole video again. So I guess the main question is, where is it going to be posted?
Sure. So one version of it is actually already posted on Rachel Lusk's YouTube channel.
Okay.
So let me see here.
I was going through those steps with you initially, but then
Yeah, you have to. That's going to be tough. You're going to have to.
Yeah, it's hard to do it and watch at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I already have one uploaded here under Rachel Lusk's YouTube channel a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
This one. So your KW website and app. I'll pretty much go through the same thing there, and then I'll also upload this one, and this is where you can find it. Okay.
Okay. So the listings, where did those listings come from?
For what part are you talking about?
When on the website. Sorry.
So I'll go to my website. So which listings are you referring to?
When you were creating the landing page in the website, or not the landing page, but the website. And I'm trying to remember where it was. And then I would have asked you at the time. I thought that Sabrina was still on there, and I didn't want to mess up the flow there. When you were creating a landing page, I believe it is your website, and you went to pull a listing, you know, that whole Mountain View or whatever that was listing.
Like,
where do those listings come from?
I think it comes from the Keller Williams listing system. So I'm pretty sure it's basically connected to every property that's out there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so if I've got a listing and say I've got 10 listings and they're all in command, does it connect to that also? I mean, can I select, how does that work?
Yep. So again, we'll click configure widgets. We want to change the listing. We'll change listing. Yeah. And then, I mean, do you have an example here of one that we can see if it pulls up?
Sure. 401 East Scott Wayne.
East Scott Way, did you say?
Wayne, N-E, W-A-Y-N-E. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right.
And then if we were to use that one, let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
Nice. Pretty cool. Pulls all this in, nice and professional. Got the photos panning over. And with the click of a button, that's all you got to do.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
All right.
Because when I was following you through, it had listings, but I didn't know if those were like fake listings or where the listings were coming from.
Yeah, so. It just shows basically like everything, like all the listings. So then once you search for the one that you want, you just select it like I did for this one, and then you save and apply it, and then you're going to be set with that one.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only thing I really wasn't sure where you were getting it from. So when you were talking about the app, were you just trying to initially work from your phone then?
So I'm trying to show you what it would look like if I were looking at a page like this on the app. You know how it'll show up when you open the app, there's a map, and then you can click on a listing and you see all this information. Then you'll see this button, schedule video tour, on the app. And I was trying to show you what it would look like on your phone if you were doing that. Okay. But then I remembered that it pretty much looks identical if you're on the website as well. Okay. Just remember, you need to be logged in as a lead or a contact or whatever you want to call it on the website in order to schedule the video tour. Or actually, maybe you don't have to. Oh yeah, you do. See, make yourself at home. You have to sign up first because Command's not going to know like who the person is that's scheduling this video tour if they're not already logged in.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think I got it. I'll watch the video and then I'll holler at you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm happy to
Yeah.
help. Definitely take your time to go through that. I know I go through quite a bit in this presentation. That's why I record it, so that you can just kind of go through it at your own pace afterwards if you need to, and kind of pause it and follow along. And yeah, if you run into any issues along the way, definitely feel free to reach out, and I'll be happy to help.
I like your little flowchart diagrams.
Oh, you like that? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love, this is just kind of how my mind works. This
That's old
website's called
school, you know.
MindMeister,
Yeah.
mindmeister.com. And like, I don't know, I came across this and I'm like, this makes so much more sense to me than a PowerPoint, you know, like
Yeah.
it just branches out in very intuitive ways. So I'm
Yeah,
glad to
no, I
hear
get
you
it.
like that too.
Yep.
Good stuff. Cool. All right. Any other questions?
No, that's it. Thank you so much, Dan.
You are very welcome. All right. I'll be talking to you later then.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
Can get out of here.